Well, Fox and Friends co-host on the weekend, Rachel Campos Duffy, 2 applause right there, is with the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, live from the swing state right now. Rachel, take it away.
Hey guys, it's so great to be here. We're at the Superior Restaurant here in Pennsylvania, and I'm here with Speaker Johnson. Before we get into my first question, you and I were flipping pancakes. By the way, he didn't know he had to wait for the bubbles before he flipped, but I
do
taught
hash
him.
browns. I don't do pancakes.
All right, so we did the pancake thing. You've been with the president. You told me he said to you that he was going to leave nothing on the table.
Yeah, about 7 weeks ago, we were backstage at the Washington Hilton, and he had done, I think, 5 events in 3 states that day. We were touching gloves before we went out to separate and do the swing states again. And he got up, buttoned his coat. His staff said, "Sir, we got to go. The pilots are going to time out." And I just told him, I said, "Mr. President, your stamina inspires all of us. It's amazing. You don't have to do this. You had a great life, you know. You're taking literal bullets for the team, for the country." And you know what he told me? He said, "Mike, we have to leave it all on the field." He said, "What if we lost? We'd never be able to live with ourselves. What if we could have done one more event, one more town, one more venue, shaken one more hand?" I said, "Sir, that is so inspiring." So the next morning we had all the House Republicans together for breakfast, and I told them that story, and I said, if our nominee for president will leave it all on the field like that, work every day. He told his staff to book every hour of every day until the election. You've seen he's done it.
Yeah.
If he can do that, we have to do the same. All of us have to do the same for the country.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I want to talk to you about the Hispanic vote, because as you know, there was that unfortunate joke at the at Madison Square Garden. The Democrats definitely tried to capitalize on that. The Hispanic vote, very important in this state. What are you seeing? You've been here on the ground.
I have been everywhere. We've been in Pennsylvania, of course, but I've done campaign events in over 260 cities across 40 states. We did 2 in Virginia yesterday. We've been all over the place. So there are people coming to the events, Rachel, that have never been there before. And I think the Hispanic and Latino vote is going to be historic this time. I think there's going to be a demographic shift. I think they're coming our way because they see the Democratic Party has abandoned the values of the community. And they've opened the border wide, and that frustrates that community as much as anybody. I think this is going to be a big one. We're going to make history here.
I was just going to ask you, what do you think is going to happen in this state of Pennsylvania?
I think we can win Pennsylvania. Is Trump going to win Pennsylvania?
What's the Trump shot at a clean sweep of all the swing states? And just be honest with us.
Listen, my gut tells me that we are going to outperform the polls, okay? The polls have them about even. Everybody says it's a coin toss. If that's true, Trump always outperforms the polls. I believe it. But I want to say every single vote counts, especially in the swing states. Take nothing for granted. We need every single vote today. All
right. Well, there's some folks that have some questions for you, Speaker. So we're going to start with you, Bob.
Yes. Hi, Mr. Speaker. Welcome to Allentown. With the energy policies that as they are now, if President Trump gets in, do you feel that we have a great opportunity to not only become energy independent but energy dominant?
Absolutely, we do. I'm from an energy state, Louisiana. I live on top of the Haynesville Shale, one of the biggest natural gas plays. We need to frack. Don't we? Do y'all agree with that? Yes. President Trump does as well, and he knows that that's the key not only to our economy, energy policy, but also energy policy is national security policy because it's tied directly to our ability to compete on the world stage and to trade with our partners. Our European allies need LNG exports desperately. President Trump will turn the spigots back on.
All right, this is April. April, what's your question for the Speaker?
How do you feel about prices now going up, down with Trump hopefully Trump getting elected?
Yeah, no matter where I am around the country, the number one concern is the cost of living and the border, those two things, but usually cost of living. Moms and dads having to get second and third jobs just to put groceries on the table, it's not sustainable. So what President Trump will do in a Republican-led Congress, because we got to win the Senate and the House as well, I think we will, is that we'll turn the economy back on. We'll unleash the free market again. How? We extend the Trump-era tax cuts, and then we take a blowtorch to the regulatory state, okay? We're going to get the government off the backs of job creators and entrepreneurs and risk takers, and that is what will unleash the economy again, like we did in the first Trump administration.
You know, it's been interesting. The economy and inflation, definitely the number one issue, but I was fascinated when I was right here in this restaurant. So many people said the border was their top issue, and it was crime and it was illegality, but I also got the sense that it's the sense of fairness, especially when I talked to some of the Latino voters in here who went through the process legally.
Yeah. Well, that's right. I mean, people are so concerned about the open border. It's been a catastrophe to the country in so many ways. Fentanyl is the leading cause of death now for Americans age 18 to 49 flowing over the border. All these problems.
We got one more question from this guy. Come on over here.
Buddy.
What's your name?
Caleb.
Caleb, what's your question for the Speaker?
As Speaker, how would you support Donald Trump.
How would I support Donald Trump? Every single day, buddy. Every single day. President Trump and I have a great relationship. We've been working together for about 8 years, and he's got big plans for the country, and we're going to help him implement that. You watch football? You a football fan? He's going to be like the head coach. I'm the quarterback. We're going to score, okay? We're going to score for the country. All right?
Right on. Awesome. Back to you guys. That was awesome, Caleb. Thanks. He's got his fight sweatshirt on. Thanks, you guys.
Hey,
right back to you.
Hey, Rachel, the speaker does a great Donald Trump impersonation. And I like to know what Donald Trump, if Donald Trump was watching him at the diner, what he would think of Speaker Johnson's performance as Donald Trump.
Oh, do you want me to ask the speaker that?
Yeah, tell him as Donald Trump.
As an impersonation of Donald Trump.
They want to know what Donald Trump, they want you to do an impersonation of Donald Trump.
Good
Come on. Come on.
Mike, you got to make it too big to rig. We got to make it too big to rig. That's the thing. That's right. All of us, look, every single vote counts. We'll make it count. We got to do this. You're straight out of Central Casting. We love you, America. We love Pennsylvania. I love Pennsylvania.
You know, if the political thing doesn't work out, he could go to Vegas, baby.
We just need a beautiful in there somewhere. Right?
All right.
A big, beautiful wall.
Very nice. You don't get that on the other channels, folks. All right. Meanwhile.